Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this question is never, ever going to stop coming up. So for the 850 millionth time, we're going to talk about what gear to use when making videos. And I'm just going to do a very simple comparison. So I've got a simple setup here with two camera options and a few mic options just so you can hear it. And I'm going to flick between them and I'm going to tell you what they are. So, what you are watching now as I am speaking is a Samsung Galaxy 9 Plus. I am recording on an app called Filmic Pro, and I am recording at 24 frames per second. I am recording at 1080p, and I'm recording with the natural audio that is being recorded by my Samsung. So I'm not in any way adding any external audio source to this as you're speaking now. The camera is about a meter or so away, say 3 feet away if you're American, and so you can get a feel for how that sounds. This room is, I guess, fairly spacious and has a little bit of echo in it, so this is not a sound dampened room or anything like that. Next, if we're going to change cameras, so let's flick the camera, right, camera changed. Now we're on the Canon 70D. So again, this is also set to record at 24 frames a second, or 23.976 frames per second, and this is recording at 1080p, okay? So very similar settings. You might notice a slight color change. That's just because of the different ways the different cameras process. What you will probably have noticed is that the audio has changed as well. So what I'm recording now is through the natural Canon 70D audio. So you can hear how that sounds, and I don't know what it sounds like now, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it probably sounds way worse than the native audio on the Samsung. So what we normally need to do if we're going to go to that DSLR level is we need to bring in some audio. So you've heard the native audio on the Samsung Galaxy S9, you've heard the native audio on the Canon 70D, and what I'm going to change to now is a Rode Filmmaker kit. So from now, you are now hearing me through the Rode Filmmaker kit. Now this is a little convoluted because I needed 3 audio sources, so I'll tell you what I've done. The Rode Filmmaker kit is a wireless lavalier system. What I have done, if I can do this without stuffing it up too badly, is I have connected it to a Zoom H5 field recorder. So this is the receiver. You can see the lavalier just here on my body, so that is how I have connected that. And so what you can get a feel for then is the different ways in which the audio and the video quality actually adjust themselves. And you might decide that you care a lot about audio, but that the film quality of the phone is actually just fine. Often the quality, especially when it comes to talking head stuff like this that I'm doing right now, is not that different for a lot of people between their phone or their DSLR or some sort of expensive fancy camera. And the reason for that is that you don't need to do a lot with aperture, and you don't need to do a lot in terms of having a fast auto zoom or having image stabilization, because they're just sitting on a tripod in front of you. So what I would encourage you to do is just check out these differences. One last time, we're going to go Samsung native audio, DSLR with its native audio, and then DSLR with the Zoom audio. Okay, and hopefully that's helped you hear the difference a little bit. In terms of post-editing, I'll put in the comments what I've done, but my intention is to treat all these basically the same, not do much noise removal, so I'm not going to run it through a scrubber so everything sounds great. I'll just give you the native noise. I might have to adjust the levels a bit in terms of turning things up and down, and that way you can get a genuine sense for what things look like. Okay, I hope that's been helpful.